Welcome back to Simply Anju. Today I am going to detail about the Abu Dhabi entry guidelines. I hope it would be helpful to you. Stay tuned. I'm so glad to meet all of you. I know it's been some time that we have met in person. This time I've come back to you with some very useful information, something very crucial to me because I live in Abu Dhabi and my parents are in Dubai, and I frequently travel between Abu Dhabi and Dubai. And this time, unlike last time where I went to 𝗿𝗂𝗃𝗃 and I got my DPI test done, this time I was too lazy to go a day prior and actually have 2 trips towards Abu Dhabi. So to avoid this entire process and even to avoid the exposure my children might have if I actually get the test done on my way to Abu Dhabi, I thought let me check if there are any other options, meaning DPI testing centers within the city, so that I can get it done and drive less, and it might be much effortless. That's what my whole intention was. And to my surprise, yes, I did find few solutions, and I find this very convenient, and I'm sure many of you will be able to make use of these facilities that is currently available. In order to get my DPI test done in 𝗿𝗂𝗃𝗃, I need to get an appointment for which I need to download the SEHA application. The first step post download is to register yourself using your Emirates ID and create a username and password. Logging in with the credentials we just created, you will clearly see the DPI laser screening to enter Abu Dhabi icon. On clicking this icon, you will be able to see the option to book an appointment. You will then need to choose if the appointment is required singly for an individual, group or family. Then you enter the basic details of a patient. That would include the name, date of birth, Emirates ID and email ID. Now the appointment booking includes 3 steps. First, enter the request details, which includes your preferred location details and dates. They will provide the available slot details. On clicking the desired time and location, you will be led to a screen with the summary of your request details. You can then proceed to the payment screen, post which you enter the transaction or the billing details. And finally, the payment details, where you enter your card details. Post payment, you will be taken to a screen where you can generate your payment invoice. As you all know, the entry requirements to the Emirate of Abu Dhabi is a negative COVID test, and this can be 2 types that are accepted in the border. One is the PCR, the nasal swab test, or the DPI test. So you can show a negative result of either of these tests, but it has to be 48 hours since the test result. That is mandatory. And now a new addition being, all this while we had to take a retest, a nasal swab test on the 6th day post entry into Abu Dhabi. But on Wednesday, November the 4th, residents and visitors who enter Abu Dhabi and stay for 4 or more consecutive days must take a PCR test on the 4th day of entry. And if they stay for 8 or more consecutive days, they must take another PCR test on the 8th day. So the day is counted as the day 1 is counted from the day of entry. So Abu Dhabi residents who visit Dubai and are returning to Abu Dhabi is expected to take 2 tests, one on the 4th day and one on the 8th day, effective November 8, 2020. However, the vaccine trial volunteers are exempted from these measures, and they actually can use the emergency vehicle lane during crossing these borders. And I'm sure their 𝗿𝗂𝗃𝗃 also would be updated accordingly. And if you are keen to know the experiences of a vaccine trial volunteer, please click that link. I have met and I have shared the experiences of a volunteer. I'm sure it's a very interesting information. Please do check out. And to my surprise, I did find many DPI centers within the city. And the center that I would be going to will be 𝗿𝗂𝗹𝗲𝗀, and it is a drive-in testing center.
It's very easy to get there in E311 𝗕𝗵𝗵𝗄𝗃𝗵𝗃 Road with 𝗵𝗵𝗄𝗃𝗃 City Center on your right hand side towards Sharjah. You take the first exit after MCC towards 𝗿𝗂𝗹𝗲𝗀, and you will see Arabian Center on your left hand side, and you keep going forward with Mushrif Park on your right hand side. You will reach your first roundabout. That roundabout, you take a left turn and you will see the National Screening Center on your right hand side. You will not miss the tent. I've reached the testing center. As per the security's advice, I'm lined up in the queue for DPI, and I can see it's a very long queue. I presume all of them have a pre-appointment. It's quite slow moving, and it is, in fact, my appointment was at 2 and it is already past 2, but they've given me a bracket of 2 to 3. So I'm just hoping there are no issues. Let's wait and see. I've almost reached the tent. I'm not sure if I'll be able to take or capture what happens there, but I'll surely update as to what happens, that's for sure. So I've reached much closer to the entire setup. This queue is for the PCR and the line that I am in is for the DPI. So I can see there they are actually doing the test there. I'm not quite sure, but there is some kind of an inquiry happening there. I just did with the first counter. The first counter, they had to scan a barcode from the SEHA app just under the view invoice. There was a barcode which they scanned, and they have stuck a label, a sticker. They have stuck a sticker on my car. So I'll show that to you. And soon after that, a security came up, collected my Emirates ID, and have written my mobile contact number on a sticker, and I've stuck that on the Emirates ID. So far so good. Let's see. This is something that I really like about this country. See, they are actually coming and distributing water, and that's so kind of them. And I actually realized I'm thirsty when I saw that. So this is how the test happens. The frontline workers, they are coming towards the car with the trolley with all necessities, and they are actually asking for our Emirates ID, and they get the test done through the window. Yeah, as simple as it is. So this is how it works. Now my prick is done. Now I'm in line in the same queue. I'm going to enter the tent, and seemingly I will be getting my result by the time I pass through this tent. In the end of on the other side, my Emirates ID stays collected, and I'm supposed to get my result and the Emirates ID on the other side. So here's the prick. My prick is done. I'm inside the tent. I'm going to wait for my result here. And as I exited the tent, in the end, I got my Emirates ID, and I got an SMS stating no swab, meaning negative. Yay!
Thank you for watching. I really hope this has been helpful to many of you who are struggling to find ways to get yourself tested regularly to cross the border. Thank you for watching.